So, there's been a major development.
Where to begin?
Yeah. Welcome back to another episode of the Scrappy Homestead.
Hey there guys, how's it going?
We are here on the land, and behind us we have our very scrappy little workshop, which is in need of some TLC.
Yeah. So as we're coming up to the summer, we actually hope, or at least it is our plan, to put a roof on this workshop and hopefully do a bit more. So today we're actually going to have someone come over, give us a quote on that. And yeah, we're hopefully going to be able to move on that soonish.
Yeah, which is huge because, like, I mean, if you've been watching our channel, you've seen how much faffing around we've done with the caravan. That was always a temporary measure, of course. The real plan is to do up the workshop, move into that, and then work on the house.
Yeah. Now that we do have the caravan, though, it's going to be a lot easier for us to stay over. And yeah, I mean, the roof is definitely going to be a big undertaking. So yeah, it does help for us to have somewhere where we can chill and hang out. Today, apart from having someone look at the roof, give us a quote, we're also going to keep doing some bits and bobs on the caravan, hopefully put some progress towards that, and yeah, as well some little bits around the land.
Yeah, we've got some new tools that we're going to try out, and we're going to see if we can light another fire at the bottom of the land.
So fire season is fast approaching, and we are far from having a cleared land. So something that is actually also forbidden during fire season is to use machinery, namely trimmers, chainsaws, things of the sort. So we won't be able to use those going forward to clear the land. So what we got was a trusty little scythe that I'm putting together now, and hopefully this will help us keep a hand, let's say, or keep the plants under control and not let it grow too wild. Go for that bundle behind you. Yeah.
It's okay.
Hey.
It'll be a long summer.
Okay.
Not bad.
Not bad. Much better, much easier on this dried out patch. Yeah, it's a bit too early maybe to properly clean up the land, but whenever things dry up a bit more, we're definitely gonna give this bad boy a go.
Oh my god. Oh my god. The whole pond has become overgrown with canes again. God, we spent so much time clearing this. And they're back with a vengeance. so much so that they have covered up two of the olive trees almost entirely. Yikes.
Bundling up what we got here. Start another fire. We're fighting a losing battle here, but we gotta keep at it. I mean, compared to how it was when we started, it's a market improvement, but yeah, it's a long fight ahead still, so yeah, gonna keep trying.
So while Nuno attends the raging fire, I am going to check out the river, see if I can make my way through this cane forest and see what the river's doing. My prediction is that it's going to be quite low, although it has been raining the last couple of days, so I might be pleasantly surprised. Let's see. What do we got? It's not as bad as I expected. God, I've lost the path. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh man, getting very overgrown. But yeah, the river's low, but ooh, what is this? You know what this is? This is evidence of wild boars, javali. They've been coming here and taking mud baths, which is pretty cool. It's good to know. Look at them, they've been everywhere. Cuties. They're not the kind of animals you want to come across in the wild if you can help it, especially in spring during piglet season, I guess. They can get very aggressive, but cool to know that they've been hanging out, enjoying our river. And yeah, the river is looking very nice. As always. The olive trees have made an incredible comeback. Look at this, all this new growth. This is so good. Shame about the canes choking them out, but we'll have to do something about that. But yeah, they're really, really thriving now that they've been trimmed back and can breathe and get a bit of sunlight. And hopefully they'll be fully grown trees again pretty soon.
Just doing these bottom ones. All right. Okay, so our little olive friends here that we've pruned so aggressively are now coming back with a vengeance. So what we're actually going to do now, and it's a good time to do that, is just keep the branches growing that we do want to keep. So instead of waiting for later on to prune them all when it's already grown, when they're growing like this, they're actually like quite tender, and you can pretty much just like pluck them out. So we're going to do this to all of the olives that we pruned, and we're just going to keep the branches where we want them and where we need them. So it will probably be just at the edges of all of the branches that are growing, maybe a couple ones in the middle as well to clear that out, or to fill that in rather. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. here we have a little view of the end result. As you guys can see, the base is generally cleared out, and I've really just kept a couple of shoots that are growing all out the top, a couple ones, smaller ones in the middle as well, just to fill that space out. But all in all, this is what you want to have.
All right, the fire has been a success.
Very much so. Yeah, it's starting to die down. Still somewhat going, but yeah, just we've actually been able to clear a decent amount of material today, which is just amazing.
Yeah, and on this side, the canes have made at least a small dent in the canes. There's still so much more to do, but for now, gonna take a break. The Rod, who's coming to look at the roof, should be here soon, and
yeah, all of the olive trees that we had pruned before have been formation pruned now, so they're looking quite nice, and yeah, can't wait to see them grow now.
Yep, so on to the next phase. So there's been a major development.
Where to begin?
Yeah. So we just spent the day talking to Rod from Build Safe.
Yeah. We'll leave the link to Build Safe in the description if you guys want to get in touch.
Yeah, he was very helpful and very knowledgeable. Yeah. But he did break some sad news, I guess, to us.
Yeah.
Some unexpected
lay down
news.
Some hard truths.
Yeah.
So yeah, apart from being with Rod a little bit here on the land, talking about our situation in particular, we also went over to his plot where he pretty much showed us what he did and how he suggested we approach this instead, and pretty much the crux of his suggestion being that we need to do away with everything we have.
Yeah, so basically, like until now, we've been under the impression, or the plan has been to renovate the 2 ruins that we've got on the land. But after talking to Rod, we've both realized, I think, that he's right when he says it would cost more and be more trouble to renovate the old buildings that we have here, mostly because we don't really know, how structurally sound they are. There'd be a lot of surveying, a lot of work, a lot of tearing things down and building them up again. That in the end, it would be cheaper and easier and safer, probably, to build from scratch.
And they're always being the risk, even if we do rebuild this and spend as much money as we could on it, it would still be at risk of being somewhat vulnerable or
questionable,
compromised, let's say, just because of the nature of the building.
Yeah, look, there's literally a hole in the wall right behind us, so that's that's what we've got to work with here. So with that, I mean, that's kind of a relief in a way.
Kind of. Well, I mean, it's a bit of a kick.
It's sad, because we really love this house, but I mean, the whole time that we've been here, we've sort of been avoiding the question of exactly what we're going to do with the house because it just is so old and it's, it hasn't had a roof on it for God knows how many years. So as romantic as the idea is of doing this house up, which, is something we've been thinking of this whole time, the truth of it is that it is kind of crumbling before our very eyes.
Yeah, and maybe to a point where there isn't any salvaging,
or if there was, it would be very expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, which might be doable, but and that's kind of what we've been dealing with so far. Is just like a very, very, very long timeline to have this house ready
because of the very limited budget that we're on, and
because of the demanding circumstances that the house finds itself in at the moment.
Knowing that, we're realizing it might make more sense to put that money towards building something from scratch, which is going to be a lot cheaper. We can control all the variables, can make sure it's all done properly. We can design it ourselves, figure out what it is we actually want.
We still need to. So the next step, and it's an intro that Rod actually made. It's an architect in the area that we're going to schedule a visit with here, so that he can come to the land as well and give his thoughts in terms of the permits for building, and if we would or not be able to pull this off just as a remodeling or renovation work instead of it being proper construction, for which we need architectural plans for. So yeah, just getting a bit of clarity from the architect on that is going to be very, very helpful.
Yeah.
Like in regards to Rod's opinion, he was solid through and through. But he is also not fond of the workshop, which we thought was solid, like
more solid at least.
More solid at least. But yeah, like,
he's like, I wouldn't touch that.
Yeah,
with a 10-foot pole, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. And
fair enough.
Wouldn't put a roof on it, just spend that money building a house instead. But yeah, just even the permit situation for that type of work, we're a bit unsure of, so we're going to ask the lawyer about that, and we're going to share the architect, sorry. And we're going to share that information with you guys as well. Yep. Hopefully that can help, and hopefully we can all get a bit of clarity on this. I'm still on the fence about putting a roof on the workshop. And Rod has said that he would punch me if I did, and I'll take the punch.
We'll see. We just need to ask a lot more questions and get some answers and sort of understand exactly how this will work going forward.
In regards to the main house, though, we're not so much on the fence, and we're both pretty much in agreement that this most likely
might be time to say goodbye, or at least partially demolished, and maybe another part will be used as a workshop or something.
I can kind of see it, though. I can see the vision starting to take shape. So, like, as per Rod's suggestion, we should bulldoze the house, or part of the house at least, and make this the entrance, maybe a garage, maybe a workshop, whatever, and then build elsewhere. So, like, this area here in front of us could definitely house a house. And something that we actually weren't super keen on is how close the house is to the street, so that would give us a bit more distance to it. And I can see it.
The adventure definitely is evolving in unexpected directions, as it always does here at the Scrappy Homestead.
But yeah, we'll have a lot of fun stuff ahead if we do go that route. So as Jazz just said, we'll have the opportunity to also plan out our house as we wanted.
Which is super exciting, actually. Yeah. Like, now that is kind of on the table as an option, it's actually really exciting to think that we might be able to, custom build our own home. Yeah, so,
and even just in terms of, like, sustainable solutions, which at the moment we're not really been able to cover as much of as we would have wanted. If we were to try to implement anything of the sort in this house, we would definitely be heavily constrained by its shape, and by how it's built.
Retrofitting is always more difficult than just building from scratch. So that's where we're at. This was a very unexpected episode, but I hope you have found it interesting. We certainly have. Yes,
it was definitely very, very interesting. I mean, we overall, it was super useful for us. Like, it wasn't a lost day for sure. Like, there isn't that much to show you guys. But for us, it was eye-opening, to say the least.
Definitely. The saga continues.
Yeah, in the end, we did manage to get some work done, kind of.
Yeah, we got a bit of work done on the land. So, and this was like, although there are no like pretty time lapses and like cool angles, and there's not much cool footage about this, it is actually a really big milestone in the
proper
progress of this project. So hope you can appreciate the conceptual progress that we've just made. As always, thank you so much to everybody who's watching. Thank you so much to our patrons as well, who help support this project and help support us and this channel.
Yes. Thank you to everyone who likes and engages with our videos.
If you like this stuff, if you want to see what happens from here, because this is where it gets really interesting, you can subscribe. And
make sure to check out our merch store as well.
oh
There's
yeah, we have some cool
t-shirts.
stuff. So you can help us scrape some pennies together to build this house that we apparently are going to construct now.
But yeah, there are going to be major developments after this. At least, like, we're actually going to make some major shifts in terms of direction.
Yes.
So stick around for that.
Yeah, see what happens.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. See you next time.
See you guys.
Bye.